So we're back, episode 11. We're semi in the new podcast studio. We're in the studio, but it's not nowhere near finished yet. Bit of work to do on that, but we are in. So we'll be getting some guests in over the next couple of episodes now that we're all set up.
Too close to Wearside though.
Yeah, you said it smelled a bit funny as you were coming in, didn't it?
Came through, so we might get some Sunderland fans on.
Well, I don't know. Not after they lost at the weekend. They might have been a bit more confident if they'd have won again, wouldn't they? But what have you been up to? Obviously, you were at the football last night, weren't you?
Last night, Croaky today. Great performance.
Yeah, we'll get on to that.
Yeah.
It was all I've been doing is slave labouring the kids in here. Had them in here all of
they've done a good job.
The whole of the bank holiday weekend, getting them in. They get bored really easy and then just fight with each other. So it was just an absolute nightmare. But
Josh went to a local derby.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go next week, actually. Bishop game.
Was it Bishop versus Newton Aycliffe?
Yeah, there's Bishop Aycliffe. No, I don't know who they've got this weekend. I don't even know what league they play.
So if anybody can tell us the result, because
Josh couldn't. Yeah. Are you like the equivalent of the Wealdstone Raider, but for like Bishop Auckland?
No, I don't.
You got no fans. You want some?
There's some good little Northern League stuff on. Like,
yeah,
we went up to concert a few years ago. We used to go up there quite a bit.
We still need to get to South Shields, don't we? Really? To watch a game. No, I saw some highlights of their game. They look like
they're top of the league.
Yeah, I was going to say they.
Shields are top, and it was interesting to see. Did you see Forest Green are top of the national?
Yeah, Savage now, isn't it? Robbie Savage.
That's interesting. And obviously, Gates. I think they're top 5 or 6. Last night.
Gateshead were near the bottom. I don't think they'd won until.
Oh, was it yesterday first game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I didn't even realise Yeovil had been relegated.
Oh yeah, years ago I think. Yeah. But Carlisle,
there's a few teams in there. Carlisle are in there.
Because Mark Hughes stayed in charge, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think
at
Carlisle.
Liverpool are in there.
Yeah, fucking hell. There's a lot of teams from up here, then, isn't there?
In there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So there is a few teams.
Jesus, yeah. Must be a bit shit for the southern teams having to.
It'd be interesting if you could get some guests on from the lower leagues as well. There's no got to be.
Hasn't got to be Prem, does it? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can get. So I thought what we'd do first is obviously there's been a few transfers and stuff since we were last on the podcast. Yeah, so Dibling's gone to Everton.
Yeah,
it's like 40 odd million. He played a few games last season, didn't he, for Southampton and stuff? I thought he was like.
Is he under 21s or?
He's young, really young. So he's got like a boatload of potential.
It just seems like you're paying.
It's a big move, especially to Everton when you think, obviously they had that great win at the weekend. Grealish had those 2 assists, but it's how do you say that Everton aren't going to have a good season or not?
Yeah,
it's a big move for a young lad to go to a club like that, but it could be great for Everton because they need a bit of luck in the transfer market.
Big money as well, like so you'd think it. If someone spends 40 odd million on you can't really just not be sub and ease yourself in, can you, type thing. So.
And how old is he? Is he 18?
He's going to be young, yeah. He's like 18, 19.
Transfer fees are all over the place. £42 million for an 18-year-old who's not really proven.
I think he had like 2 goals, 2 assists last season, but he was playing for Southampton.
And is the idea that you buy someone as young as that for 42 million and then try and get 100 million for them in a couple of years' time?
Maybe, yeah. Because I know they were asking for like 100 million, I think, at the start of the transfer window. Because I think Spurs might have been in for him and a few other like bigger Man United, like people like that. It's like, so yeah. Then you've got obviously Eze.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah,
it's a good signing for Arsenal. I think that.
Sky had a great article last week. I don't know if you saw. One of the reporters was at the training ground.
Yeah.
On the day, I think the day before they were playing in Europe.
Yeah.
And literally, he was about. He could only have been 6 foot away, and Eze was training. And he must have been talking about this, that and the other. And he turned around and said to the camera, jokingly, give it a rest. But it was amazing to see him train and when all that pressure was on him and he was quite relaxed.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great move for Arsenal.
He dropped out of that European game, didn't he? But I think that was probably...
Does he play a similar position to the guy that came from Chelsea?
Well, no, because technically on paper, the guy who plays from Chelsea plays where Saka plays.
Right.
Yeah.
And he got injured.
Would play left. Eze would play left or centre.
Right.
I think Eze's best position is probably central in the number 10, which is where Odegaard plays.
Yeah.
But he got injured.
Odegaard got injured as well.
Yeah.
So Odegaard and Saka are injured.
Yeah. So I don't know how bad the injuries are, but they both came off. So
Arteta said that for Saka to come off, it wasn't good.
But you'd think that compare this to last season. Now, Madueke starts on the right instead of Saka.
Yeah.
Odegaard's injured. Eze starts instead of him.
So
All of a sudden, you're like, fucking hell, you got like for like on
they've got a lot
paper,
of
like
paper,
replacements. It's like they should be in a
And how much did Eze going for in the end?
60,
67,
68, I think, with add-ons. Like,
I hope he doesn't take penalties.
yeah, fucking hell. The one against us was shocking, wasn't it?
The one who took in the final as well was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
It's quite a lot of money. But like, it seems just like what you're paying now.
he's like 27, 28, so it's like
Is he that old?
he's probably in his
Wow, I
peak.
didn't realise. I thought he was a bit younger than that.
He's in his peak years now,
Yeah.
you'd say, probably. Which, I mean, if you judge
Good
off his
business for Palace.
his performance,
Definitely.
he is definitely in his peak,
Yeah.
and he's.
It'll be interesting to see how they replace.
Yeah, I saw
Because
that.
I mean, that must be a frustration for their manager, who they've won a cup, they've done so well. I mean, that 4 games, I think they beat Man City in the cup, then did they play Liverpool, then did they play Chelsea? You know,
they won the FA Cup, then they won the Community Shield, didn't they?
And they played really well, so it'll be interesting to see what he can bring in and how they can.
Well, you'd hope they'd give him all that money,
You
wouldn't
would
you?
like to think so.
But
There's no way they can get.
he sounded pissed off.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't look happy, does he?
Well, because he turned around and said, I think when it was the minimum fee release clause, and he said, and they were talking about him leaving, and he said the minimum fee release clause is expired now, so it's completely irrelevant. Then they sold him for what the minimum fee release clause was anyway.
I was just going to ask if that was the same price.
So it's like, I think that's why he's a bit annoyed, and he came out and said, similar to like what we've been about with Isak, it's like you replace Eze before you sell Eze.
Yeah.
Because now
Everyone knows
you've got 68 million, so that's what you're going to be paying for a replacement for him. Like
they haven't replaced him. I saw something in the papers this morning that they were interested in a Kanji from Man City.
Yeah.
But again, they haven't made an offer. And they were only going to offer 15 million.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were looking at that Dibling as well at one point as like a replacement and stuff.
But they couldn't afford 40 odd million's a lot of money.
But I mean, if you look at Palace, it was like they're not the front three. The three that played behind the striker was Eze, Zaha, and Elise.
Yeah.
Now you look at them like they're all unreal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Elise's like incredible.
How much did this? You know when Zaha went? How much did he
Not
go?
much, because he went.
Was he like end of contract?
Was he quite old?
Yeah, he's.
I think he's closer to 30.
Because he's in America now, and he plays for like Charlotte or something in America. Yeah, because I think. Where did he go? He went to like Turkey or somewhere, did
somewhere
he?
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Or he went somewhere then out to Turkey, I think. But yeah, it's a shame really, because quite like Palace, like as a club. Quite like them, like the fans and stuff. So it's a bit of a shame that you can win these things. I think the manager came out and said basically we can't sell Gahey now. We just have to let his fucking contract expire because like a week of the transfer window left. Like
you say that though, if they get a Kanji for 15, 20 million, they can sell Gahey for like 30 or 40.
Yeah,
it's good business, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's just the financial fair play thing. It's just like ruining teams.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've got obviously we've bought Ramsey from Villa, and they don't even spend any of the money that we fucking.
Yeah, and to be fair to Villa, I mean they've come out. I was saying it was said on the last podcast. Those 2 players, Mings and McGinn. Yeah, we're disappointed that he had to go. I mean, he looks electric, man. He looks great.
Yeah,
and he was only on for 20 minutes.
I saw a thing with Villa where it was like, in the last like 3 years or something, they've got a £10 million positive net spend.
Yeah, I saw that it was on Sky Sports yesterday.
But they have no money because their wages to revenue thing is like they basically spend like 80% of their revenue on wages, which is because they took fucking Rashford on loan.
Yeah,
he's on 300 odd grand a week. That Asensio is probably on fucking 200 odd
grand.
There
a few years ago.
Coutinho,
so didn't they?
I think for the fact that their transfers have been really good, maybe their actual management of like
the finances,
wages and stuff, which has ruined it for them a bit. And then obviously got that Atara guy went to Brentford, scored on his debut, didn't he? Did you see that on the weekend? Scored on his debut. And then obviously we were all thinking he'd go, we'd get Wissa. And then they were like, no, he's a replacement for Mbeumo. We need to buy another person for Wissa. Yeah. Wissa's back training now, isn't he? So
he's back in training, but he's not playing tonight. Brentford are playing Bournemouth in the
Cup. Yeah.
And the manager's come out and said that he won't be selected, although he is.
Did you see his interview when he said he owes me?
Yeah.
I didn't know what
I think it was just based on the fact that he'd been coaching him last year.
And was it a set piece course or something? And he said he had like,
and he scored goals.
Well, when he scored one of the goals, he ran over and hugged him on the touchline.
I think that's why he was saying it like tongue in cheek because of the goals he scored last year.
Yeah, because none of the reporters followed up on that to be like, what does he owe you for? No. So I was intrigued as to
that's what it was.
What that was about. And then you've got Forest signed that Amari Hutchinson James McAtee and Douglas Luiz, like three.
Had they?
solid.
Douglas Luiz, he was the guy that performed really good for Villa the season before last.
Went to Juventus, couldn't get a game.
So, did any of them start at the weekend against Palace? No.
So I don't think they.
But
were
that's going to be
in
interesting
time.
at Forest, because apparently Nunes has come out and had a word in the media about his relationship with the owner.
Well, did you see that the actual issue is that Edu's there now from Arsenal?
Yeah.
And now
his relationship's going to be different from the
because
players.
he doesn't get to speak straight to Marinakis like he did before.
Yeah.
So Nuno and Marinakis made all the decisions before, I think, and now Marinakis
It'll
and
be interesting
Edu.
to see with the players that they've bought whose decisions that was.
Yeah.
Was it the managers or was it Edu's?
Edu will have like the main big say, I'd have thought.
But again, I mean, he's done so well at Forest.
And also, like, them three players they're decent players.
And I think McAtee and it wasn't a lot of money in comparison. 20. If you think of Dibling, who's gone for 42, and I know they're slightly different players.
Well, I think
McAtee has done it in the Premiership for Man City.
There'll be a buyback clause in there for City.
Yeah.
And there'll be a big fucking sell-on thing in there for City as well. Whereas I think Dibling has a 10% profit sell-on. So if they sold him for 100 million on the 60 million difference, they'd get 6 million basically.
Right.
Like as for
so
doing it.
Squad depth is a good way of doing it though, where they're kind of getting like a solid base of players.
Yeah,
I think that's probably where we've gone a bit wrong, where we got some high-end players, but we had like the drop-off was.
Yeah, you were
really
either here or here, weren't you?
Yeah.
There was no like.
But I think when you look at our squad and our bench last night in Newcastle, that's definitely getting there. Our
100%.
bench looked really strong last night.
And then obviously rumours. So did you see we put that bid in for Strand Larsen that got rejected yesterday?
Yeah,
I saw that.
I mean, but is Strand Larsen a replacement for Wilson?
Yes,
he is.
They've already
different
came
kind
out.
of players, I would have thought.
Yeah, but I don't think they're looking at it
based
on the type of player.
Right.
They're just looking at it like if you're gonna. He's not like.
So I mean, you got. If you look at who could they buy? They've got Larsen, they've got Jackson, they've got Wisser.
Yeah, I'd be good if you have Jackson. Like,
I mean, I have to say, I'm quite happy. So I would like Jackson to come.
I don't like that.
I know that's very controversial, but I just don't think he had a chance at Chelsea. He's off to. Is it going to Bayern Munich?
I saw that Bayern have agreed something with him, but the clubs haven't agreed anything yet.
Yeah, funny one, because he's going to be back up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not going to play ahead of Harry Kane, is he?
No, but
he'll get games though.
How old's Jackson?
23, I think.
Yeah, young.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Might be worth a punt then.
But on the other hand, when you look at Newcastle's strength going down the wing, maybe someone like Larsen, 6'4", I think he is.
Yeah.
And he scored, I think.
He got like 12 or 15 goals, didn't he, for a
double
struggling?
digits, I was told.
Yeah, struggling Wolves team.
By my stato son.
But I think he'd be good. But they've rejected 50 million.
I'm much happier if Newcastle buy somebody who's proven in the Premiership last season, and that's why the likes of Jackson, who did score, I know his temperament's a bit off.
Yeah.
Larsen scored. Obviously Wisser's solid.
We're just desperate at this point.
I think what's frustrating for us as fans is that the likes of Larsen is not worth 50 million quid. Wisser's not worth 50 million quid.
Well, I think they made his deal permanent for like 25 million this summer. So he'd literally he was on loan last, and you'd double your money without.
I'm not saying that. I think not worth it's not fair. I just feel in the current climate, the fact that they know that we're desperate, that's how these prices are being inflated.
Yeah. I think that's why it's nailed on that Isak comes back into.
On the other hand, Isak comes back into the fold. I'd be spending 50 or 60 million on Wisser or Larsen.
Yeah, I think if
to get them in the team.
I think at the minute they've been reluctant to drop 50 million on Wisser.
I think
because of his age and contract status.
I mean, I've got no problem with his age. The fact he can get 2 or 3 years out is fair enough. But I think we've got to get Isak over the line. Yeah, know he's going to play for us again, and then invest.
This is what will happen. I think is Isak gets reintegrated, then they'll go drop 50 million on Wisser. Whereas I think if Isak's not coming in, you drop 50 million on Wisser. They're going to want 70, 80 million for Strand Larsen, or they're going to,
and all the money that you get will go on those 2 players.
Yeah, I think so.
But then what will happen is we'll only buy one because the fair play rule, and they'll say that we're not able to buy the other because we don't have enough finances.
But I think if you got Wisser, Isak comes back in, and you've got Asula as well, it's enough of it's enough for this season.
Because at the minute we are knackered now. Gordon's got.
Yeah, I mean, I'd play like you're saying.
Well, I think Asula's not the replacement, but to be fair, if he's in the squad and he was in the squad, he was sub most of the games last season. And that's all we've got. We've got to give him a chance. He needs to get a bit fitter because he came on for the last 20 minutes last night and he didn't look as sharp as I thought he would have done.
But you're saying, you'd just play Elanga through the middle, would you not?
Yeah. I mean, I thought he could have had a run.
You play Elanga through the middle.
He was
Murphy on the right. Yeah,
They were knackered though. They were shattered last night.
Yeah.
I mean, playing against 11 men's not great.
No.
And then the only other one I've got is it looks like obviously Donnarumma's going to go to City, doesn't it?
I didn't realise he's only 26 or 27.
Yeah, crazy.
Poor Old Trafford. There's going to be another six seasons of
I was
being
quite happy. We were all talking about this. Everyone was saying Trafford, and I said at the time I thought 30-40 million quid was a lot of money because when he was at Burnley, I know they got pounded, when they with attacking football, but he didn't fill me full of confidence.
No.
Yeah,
I think I'm happy with Ramsdale than Trafford.
Yeah, well, I think he's got to have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think
it's going to be a mental 5 days left of the I mean, is it next Monday it closes at 7:00? So what's that? 6 more days of this?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we need a striker.
We need a striker or two. But I think what's funny is in the olden days on Sky Sports they would always have a running total as to how much money had been spent.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's not on now because it must be billions.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, Liverpool must have spent $500 million in this window. Man City, Chelsea.
They said that it's
Sunderland.
I think we were about 100 last week. We're about £100 million away from the record.
Really?
Yeah. So it'll be broken by the time the window's shut. So
it's been one of the most interesting transfer windows for a while, though.
Yeah.
Because lots of teams have invested or reinvested in the squads.
Yeah. Well, like all of the Cartel Six have basically.
And I think our transfer window, if we had if Isak hadn't have done what he's done, and you look at who we've bought, I think we've got quite a solid.
It's just the Isak thing what's ruined everything. Isn't it? If that hadn't happened, we'd have had it's a really solid window with strengthened in the areas we needed to.
Yeah, 100%.
If we had a backup striker come in, it would be like the perfect window. But
and it would have been probably easier to sign a striker.
I mean, the frustration is they knew that Callum Wilson was coming to the end of his contract. Why we didn't do something early doors with somebody before this? Because this Isak thing came out in June, wasn't it? Just they came back from pre-season.
Yeah,
before they went off on tour.
Yeah.
But we had. I mean, Liverpool did they did their business really early. They were buying people in June. So did Man City. So did Chelsea. Yeah. I mean, Pedro and Delap were over the line before the teams
at the Club World Cup because Pedro went out and played, didn't he? Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the last week. But so then I've got here. Obviously, we did our predictions for. Well, I'll go through them after, but we can discuss the results from the first week of the Premier League. So, obviously, Liverpool beat Bournemouth 4-2. I thought Liverpool looked shit in that game as well.
I mean, they've played 2 games so far, us and Bournemouth, and I know they've got the 2 victories, but they don't.
I
know it's early on in the season, but
it's one of them things of like the sign of champions, isn't it? To play shit and win, basically.
I think that's the thing. Like they're just so clinical. They get half a chance and they're going to score.
I mean, Bournemouth won. Look, I mean, they were outplayed in the first half. I think from memory that game.
I'll tell you what I don't get. Like, why did that dude in the wheelchair racially abuse Semenyo when half the players on the Liverpool team are black? Like, I just don't get it. He's in a wheelchair. Davey saw the video. Like, he's gone to take a throw, Semenyo, and he's wheeled himself right up to the thing, hurled a load of abuse at him, and then gone back.
No, I've not seen that.
So they had to go and they kicked him out. I
hope they didn't kick him out. I hope they rolled him out.
Yeah, no, they tipped him out. But he's been arrested.
I hadn't realised.
He's been arrested and stuff now. But for Semenyo,
it's sad that happened though. In the way, I mean, why is it happening? How is it happening?
But I don't get. Like I just said, how can you racially abuse a player when half of your own team are
you can't.
black as well? But for Semenyo to get racially abused and then put in that second half performance that he put in as well, I mean.
He had a good season last season, and he's obviously started.
Well, he got linked Man United, Tottenham, everyone, and he signed a new contract and stayed.
Yeah, I saw an interview that he did, and he more or less said that he was happy where he was.
Yeah, which is good. I think that's nice
How
to
old
see.
Is he?
Can't be very old.
No, I don't think he is. I wonder if he's kind of like signed a big contract, so people have to pay more. What nationality
is he?
Ghana, 25. Right. He was born in England, but plays for Ghana.
Yeah, he looks a player.
So I thought Liverpool.
Yeah, so I think I mean, because on that day it was similar against us. Did Bournemouth come back? It was 2-0 or 3-0?
2-0, 2-2.
2-2, and then they beat them 4-2.
They beat them 4-2, yeah.
And the score did flatter out Liverpool in the first game.
Yeah,
because Bournemouth were unlucky. They probably deserved the draw, didn't they?
Yeah, and Salah scored right at the end. As well.
Yeah,
that was a good goal, wasn't it? Because he kind of long ball over the top. He on the left, he ran all the way across on the right and got there first, didn't he? then I think you could see because he cut in opposite side on his right foot. All the players were like, he's not going to shoot, and then he shot with his right foot and he scored it.
That's the bit I don't get. Do Liverpool need the best centre forward in the world to make their forward line better?
How good's Etike been?
He looks
Yeah,
scored.
I know,
He scored 2
He
goals.
scored in
He? You mean the
Charity Shield
Shield?
and both games, and then in all 3 games when he's come off, Liverpool have let goals in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, does Isak start for Liverpool now? Like, he must be starting to panic a bit now.
Well, I mean, it's that thing again of that. So, like Eze's trained. So Eze's going to play for Arsenal in the next game, especially with them injuries.
Yeah.
If Isak goes and signs for Liverpool, he's going to need 2 or 3 weeks to get up to speed.
Well, it's going to be interesting with the international break because obviously he hasn't played or trained at Newcastle. It'll be interesting to see. I presume he's been selected for Sweden.
Well, did you see John Dahl Tomasson is the Sweden manager?
Oh, is he?
And he came out basically.
What did he say?
It was a tiny bit annoying considering his Newcastle ties.
Yeah, he was shit at Newcastle though.
He very much was sticking up for
Isak.
Yeah, so it was a little bit annoying.
Again, he's the Swedish Michael Owen, isn't he?
Yeah,
as
true.
far as Newcastle are concerned.
Yeah. Then obviously the Newcastle Villa game.
I thought we did really well.
Yeah.
If Alanga had put that shot away, it would have been maybe a different story.
Yeah, straight
But
right at the start as well.
created chances. Villa looked poor again, didn't they?
Yeah,
He did.
felt a bit for them. I think they've just
Well, again, going forward, they've got some great players going forward.
But did you notice I noticed this with their teams in both weeks, they're like whole midfield 4, or where they used to play like a 4-3-3 type thing. They had like McGinn on one wing, who's a central midfielder.
He looked right up for that game against us, didn't he?
Someone else, they've lost they used to have Leon Bailey, who's gone to Roma or something. Then they had Diaby. So they had proper wide wingers and really good. And it feels like they've lost all of them, and because they've not been able to spend money, they've not replaced them, and now they've just got people playing out of position.
Yeah,
I don't feel like they're going to be Champions League this year, are they really?
Not unless they make some.
Well,
have
they invested anybody? Have they bought anybody this season?
Their goalie, they got
And what's happened to Martinez? Because there was rumour he
came back in for the second game, so
right. But there was rumour he was away.
Well, he waved. Everyone was crying because I think he thought he was going to Man United, didn't he? But that didn't happen. So I thought we played well.
At the end of the day, a draw was a fair result, but we started better. We looked like the better team.
Yeah.
And we probably came away disappointed that we didn't get.
Just need a
It was a red card as well.
The same thing.
It was a red card as well, wasn't it?
It was an absolute red card because he
nailed
was
on.
through.
Yeah.
But why did he do it? Because it's
he was quite away from the goal, wasn't he?
He was still a long way from the goal, and it was Gordon.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? Chances are he was either going to run it too fast out or fall over it, or that whole thing of also you'd rather let a. I mean, obviously it worked out okay for them because it ended 0-0.
Yeah.
But you'd have rather let a goal in and had 11v11, wouldn't you?
Again, in our first 2 games, Villa didn't look like they had lost that 11th man.
No,
and we didn't last night.
Tottenham 3-0 against Burnley.
I mean, Spurs
look good, don't they?
Spursy, aren't they? Thomas Frank's obviously doing something right.
I like Thomas Frank though. I like him as a person, as a manager. He's a good.
Is it Bissouma?
Yeah,
he turned up late. He's kicked him out of the squad. Is there rumours that he's going to be transferred?
Yeah, I think they were looking at someone, and he was going to be.
Actually,
I
think I heard on Talk Sport this morning that West Ham are looking at him.
Yeah, doesn't
and
surprise
they
me.
were saying basically he hasn't done any training. They said West Ham won't care.
Yeah,
just get him in. They need anybody. But yes, that was a good result.
Yeah, I think.
Not for my fancy football
Richarlison looks
team.
good, doesn't he, as well?
Yeah.
But I think he's.
I was surprised that they were talking about trying to swap him to Palace.
Well, I think as well. I was reading that Eze to Spurs was done, and then it was now Spurs want to include Richarlison in the deal, and I thought this is just Daniel Levy being a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
It's we've agreed a deal. You can have him at 60 million.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what if we were to give you Richarlison? What would it be then? And it's we don't fucking want Richarlison. But it seems like Richarlison was really good at Everton, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then he went to Tottenham. He just needs a manager who gives him a bit of confidence.
Yeah,
and
he needs to be loved, doesn't he? He's one of those players that needs to have the confidence to.
But apparently Frank's told him you're my number one, not Solanke. You're my number one striker until you fuck up, basically.
Yeah.
And he hasn't, has he? Do you know what I mean? He's looked good.
Is he a bit injury prone?
He had injuries.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was
I mean, he had that he had that purple patch at Everton.
Yeah, which got him the move to Tottenham
Spurs.
for 50 million, wasn't it? So yeah, I thought that was good for Tottenham. I think Burnley away from home, an established team like what they just.
I was surprised they conceded 3 goals. When
They played well. They
when
had
you think-
chances. They
Yeah.
just it was one
But
of
the
them
way
games.
they came
I
up,
think.
you were expecting them to play to their strength, which was defensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they did lose their goalie, lost 1 or 2 of their defenders.
Yeah.
So I think they had a bit of a change as well. So
I
then
don't know,
obviously,
I think they're going to struggle this year, like Burnley.
I thought they looked all right against Sunderland. I think it will be.
Did you watch it?
No, I watched match of the day.
Weirdo.
Watch match of the day. Then obviously Sunderland beat West Ham 3-0.
Yeah, they said the
Yeah,
atmosphere was
what's
excellent.
that?
I mean, the commentators were right up for the game.
I think if you look at
Great
Burnley,
result for
Sunderland, it seems like for both of them the home form's going to be the
But I
thing, isn't it? Because obviously Sunderland had a great result at at home to West Ham, and
But
then
West-
lost to Burnley away, and Burnley had a
but
good
West
result.
Ham, you would have thought would have put a bit because they've got established players there. But I think is it Kudos who's gone to Spurs?
Yeah,
They probably looked like they were missing him, you know,
yeah. I think they've just
because they've still
Fallen
got some good
apart.
players.
they've done the same thing. I think that Man United are doing. They're like playing this 3 at the back, wing backs, which means you've got to play Bowen up front when Bowen's better on the right wing.
Right
and
wing, yeah.
Man United are playing Mbuemo in the 10 when he's better on the right wing. It's just, I think it's going to take.
Yeah.
I think West Ham are in trouble, but yeah, Sunderland looked
It was
good.
a good, brilliant result.
Brighton Fulham 1-1. I think that was just like nailed on to be
Yeah.
a 1-1 kind of
Brighton
game.
are that sort of team. I know that they got beat the weekend.
Yeah.
Did they get beat at the weekend? But the sort of team that just seem to sneak through results.
Yeah, they'll end up mid-table, and you'll
Fulham
be like
Fulham are like that as
the
well.
same.
Aren't they?
They'll
Yeah.
win. One week they'll lose 3-0, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, oh fucking hell, they're
Yeah.
not playing very well. The next week they'll win 3-0,
Yeah.
and you'll be like. So I thought that. Then City Wolves. City looked great in that game, didn't they? And then-
Unbelievable. Which is how I can't believe I know this week against Spurs.
Yeah,
City just looked like streamlined
They
in that
looked
first game.
back to
Yeah.
clinical,
Yeah.
great City, didn't they? But
Yeah.
then Forest again, they picked off where they left up 3-1 against Brentford.
That was a great result for Forest.
I mean, we all
Especially
expected
when
Brentford
everyone-
to struggle, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Chris Wood again.
Yeah,
he
2
could
goals,
have had a
yeah.
hat-trick.
Yeah, yeah, they look good. Chelsea Palace. Did you see the disallowed as a goal, the free kick?
Free kick.
Yeah. I never. I mean,
I did. I kind of knew it was a rule, but didn't think anyone gave a shit about it.
I mean, what they were saying is if was it Gay?
Yeah, so
If he'd moved the other way,
yeah,
they
it's
probably,
because he was within a metre of the wall
the
when
wall,
the ball was kicked.
but there was a sort of sub wall to the
But
his
then-
left hand side.
I saw on Twitter loads of Palace fans went and found like
There
15
was loads
free
of- yeah,
kicks from
yeah,
last season where
yeah.
someone's literally just
Yeah.
stood. It's not even like Gay, he pushed
Yeah,
the guy,
yeah.
and
No.
there's times where the guy's literally just
I
stood on
thought
the end
that's
of the
what the-
wall. Like
I thought that's why the free kick
For
had
the
been
push,
disallowed
yeah.
for the push, but apparently it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was to do with the
him being close.
Yeah.
If it had
Yeah.
pushed him and not gone with him and stayed where he was,
Yeah.
then it might have got given. But because he kind of pushed him and went with
But
him,
again, I
like,
thought Palace took out a great result against.
Yeah.
Because again, before that game kicked off, you're thinking the summer that Chelsea had,
yeah,
Palace would have struggled.
compared to
but
Palace, like
but
yeah,
Palace did brilliant.
yeah. Then Man United, Arsenal.
Again, I was making Sunday dinner, so I was just listening to that one. But
Well, I just found it funny that all you saw on social media after was how Man United are back.
well, that's what
Yeah.
everyone
It
was
was like
saying.
lost, but it was like
And
well,
that-
we're
that's
back. We should have won that game,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like I mean, it was a shit game.
They were
It
playing
was a
at
poor
home.
game.
So you would expect them to be attacking.
Yeah,
But they said that the two signings, Mumbo and what was the other guy from
Cunha.
Wolves? Cunha. They said Cunha was brilliant, but
Yeah. he played well. He did, and but he was doing a lot of like he'd get the ball, carry it ages, and get fouled.
how did Mount play?
Yeah, he played well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's played well. Fernandes was rubbish both. He's been rubbish both games.
Yeah.
Really whingy as well. He seems to like stepped it up.
Yeah,
a
we'll get
notch.
to that in
Oh,
a minute. It
yeah.
was, but yeah, I thought Arsenal didn't really look like they got out of second gear, and I think it was just like
Yeah, I think Arsenal will be fine.
Yeah.
This year. Like I think they'll be really, really.
They'll be
good.
up there, won't they?
Yeah.
and then
Really up
Leeds
there.
beat Everton 1-0 on. That
Yeah, I
was that
watched some of that
controversial
game.
handball. Did you?
Yes.
I mean, I fell asleep watching it
Yeah.
because it was a bit shit when it.
I was gutted that Sean Longstaff came on with 2 minutes to go because I've got him in my fantasy football team.
Oh what?
And I had Tino in, and Tino was on the bench, and he had 9 points.
Oh, so
and
if
they
it wouldn't have
brought
come on.
Longstaff on with 2 minutes to go. I was gutted. But yeah, I mean, the atmosphere sounded great. Elland Road again.
Did you see the
It was
penalty?
good results.
Like,
yeah,
it's a hard one, isn't it? Because he had his arm next to him. He did lean into it.
yeah.
But like,
But for me, it was
his arm was right. Like, what
yeah.
else is he meant to?
well, because it was this part of his arm, obviously, so it was natural.
Yeah,
Because
it was,
of,
yeah,
because
yeah.
of the part of the arm at a hit.
Yeah, it was like I didn't think it was a penalty. I wouldn't have given it a penalty personally,
No.
but good for Leeds. Like first home game.
home
Good for
fixture.
them to get that. So on the predictions for the first week, so we all had Liverpool to win, but none of us got the right score.
Yeah.
Josh was the only one who had Newcastle Villa to be a draw.
Well done, Josh.
Then we all had Tottenham to beat Burnley, and Josh had the exact score.
Wow.
So you got
Excellent.
3 points for that.
Brilliant.
Then Sunderland, Josh was the only one who had Sunderland to win.
Oh, Josh, honestly.
Brighton, Fulham 1-1. You guys both had Brighton to win, and I had the exact score 1-1 for that. We all had Man City to win, but nobody with the right score. Josh had 4-1, so he was close, and we both had 3-1. We all had Forest to win, but none of us with the right score. None of us got Chelsea Palace as a draw. Yeah, we all had Chelsea to win. Me and you, Jeff, got Arsenal to beat Man United. Josh had it a draw, but none of us got it bang on. And then you two had Leeds to win, and I had the draw. So it ended up, Jeff had 6 points, I had 8 points, and Josh had 9 points after the first week. So then second week's games, obviously, Friday night was West Ham, Chelsea. I mean, West Ham looked fucking awful, didn't they?
Yeah, horrendous.
Their fans
So
must. I mean, I think people already want Potter out, don't they?
Because that was it? West Ham scored.
Yeah, right.
Chelsea scored. Then Fulkrug scored, but it got disallowed.
Yeah.
That was tight as well, though.
Yeah, it was harsh,
really
wasn't it?
tight,
Like, I hate them ones, when it's like given offside, and it's like when you look at it, it's like it's just the end of his toe of his boot, not like any daylight or anything.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like, the guy running through, he's got size 12 feet and he's got size 6 feet, so he's offside because of the size of his feet or whatever.
I agree with
It's
that.
like,
It shouldn't be that tight.
it's so annoying, isn't it? It's it was a good goal as well, wasn't it? And I've got him in my fucking fantasy team, so I was buzzing. I was like, yes, come on. And then but Chelsea looked clinical, didn't they? Like João Pedro.
Pedro looks amazing.
Estavio, he's fucking good as well. And that ball, did you see when Reece James come on, that ball for Estavio, he didn't score because he took that too heavy. He took a touch when he probably should have hit it first time. But yeah, Chelsea look good.
They look solid, don't they?
Yeah.
Where previous seasons you've probably looked a little bit inconsistent. You feel as if they're going to dig a result out or get a result.
And when you think they lost Cole Palmer in the warm up.
Yeah, was that what happened there?
I think he just felt something, in a warm up. But then they bring that Estavio in. And he's like for like quality of replacement now, isn't it? So I thought they looked great. West Ham, they're in trouble, aren't they?
Yeah.
I
think there's a few teams in the Premiership. Certainly, this international break's probably going to come at the right time for them, isn't it?
Yeah. West Ham have got to sign. I mean, they're letting players go right, left, and centre, and they're not
Callum
replacing
Wilson,
anyone.
I presume he didn't start. I presume he came on.
He came on at half time. Yeah.
He did come on early, didn't he?
Yeah, half time for Fulkrug. Didn't really do much.
Just seems like the difference between the very top and the very bottom this year seems huge.
I wonder if the division's going to literally split into two.
Yeah, maybe.
At this point.
Yeah, probably be like 8 or 9 teams and then 11 teams. That sort of. I mean, it's always been a little bit like it's kind of 8 teams.
Well, you normally get
then like 4 or 5 teams that are always safe, but like
you look at teams like West Ham and Wolves, and the jury will be out for the 3 teams that have been promoted just because historically.
Brentford.
Then you've got Brentford, so you've already got 6 down there.
But then you've got Fulham, Brighton, Palace.
Yeah.
That will all be safe.
Yeah.
And 11th, 12th, 13th. Like I think when we did our predictions, we were saying that, weren't we? So then the City Tottenham game.
Well, that was span on its head. After the way City started.
Well, I took the kids to the soft play. I watched like the first 20 odd minutes, got to the soft play, let them run in, turned the phone on. It was 2-0. I was like, fucking hell. Like,
insane.
Well, I didn't see any of the game. I just couldn't believe the result.
They just pressed the shit out of them. They just pressed the shit out of City, and then City just made mistakes. It's like,
I don't know. They defensively they looked a bit all over the place. And did Rodri come on?
Yeah, he came on. They looked better when he came on. They looked a lot better.
Was that the first time he's come on this season?
I don't know if he came on in the first game.
I don't think he did. Yeah, and then. Obviously,
Trafford made a big mistake, didn't he?
Big.
Yeah. I mean, again, it seemed a silly ball for an experienced goalkeeper to play. He literally played the ball straight out. He's if you look at it on TV, he's got somebody to his right.
I feel like they get killed for just kicking it out, don't they? Some keepers.
But even then, Josh, I think he could have squared it to. I think he could have played it. The simple ball seemed to be to the right.
Yeah.
He straight away.
The simple ball was fucking booting it to the fucking halfway line. That's the simple ball.
People get shouted at for.
Do you see the John Terry interview when he was like? He basically came out, similar thing a lot of people have been saying like he doesn't enjoy watching football anymore. Like, it's just a bit shit.
Well, Liverpool
like,
did that with the goal kicks last night.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper didn't take any goal kicks. A defender took the goal kick and passed it back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah. And he was saying, like, we did it. He was like, we wanted to keep possession. He was like, but when we're stood in this, like, just outside, because obviously you couldn't go in the 6-yard, in the 18-yard box then.
Yeah, it's different.
He was like, we'd split out, and if they had fucking 3 people ready to press us, we'd just be like, pump it into Drogba.
Yeah.
He'll hold it up, and then Lampard will run off him. And like, as Terry's talking, they're showing clips of like them scoring goals straight from doing it, and it's like, he said, like, now, like, we had the understanding that yes, we want to keep the ball, but if it's not on, it's not on.
Yeah, you just route one.
You know, and it's like, you know, it's a shame. But yeah, I thought again, Tottenham looked solid defensively.
Yeah, be interesting that people that do the last man standing. How many people picked Man City that day?
I think if Tottenham can keep the back 4 fit and the goalie fit, they're going to look good this season, aren't they? Because that Porro's not a bad right back. The 2 centre backs are really good, aren't they? Romero and Van der Ven. And then they've got that Spence left back. He's fucking class, isn't he?
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because last year they conceded silly goals. Yeah, it'll be interesting with Frank in there. How
Well, I think they bought that. Got the loan for that Paulinho. He sits in front of the back 4. They got that Bentancur. He does a similar thing.
Madison's out for a while, though.
Yeah, he is.
Well, they'll get
all season, I think, isn't it?
Well, they've been trying to get Eze and Morgan Gibbs-White. They want a 10, don't they?
Yeah.
That'll be their primary thing.
They need one.
They've got
that'll be the only weakness.
Johnson, Richarlison, and
he's done well for them, Johnson, hasn't he?
Kudus.
Kudus
and then on the
good.
bench they've got a few wingers and striker options. So I think they're safe as long as they don't get injuries. Well, you think last season they lost fucking the goalie and 3 of the back 4, didn't they?
Yeah.
I saw a post that I like that Spence. So he was the one. He was on loan.
Where's he from?
He was on loan at like Middlesbrough, and Neil Warnock had said something about his attitude, and he weren't on loan at Middlesbrough. He was on loan at someone who got promoted.
Right.
And I think they won the playoffs or something, and he sat in the change room with a cigar and the playoff thing, and he did a tweet.
Did he not play for Middlesbrough?
He did as well, yeah.
I think Spurs signed him from Middlesbrough.
Right, okay, and then he was on loan at someone who came up, and because Warnock had like said something about him being shit and his attitude being shit or something, or he'd never make it, and he uploaded a picture of like him having a cigar, like getting promoted, saying like taking the piss directly out of Warnock, and people were like, oh, he's got a shit attitude and all this, and it's like, he's fucking confident. Then I saw at the weekend he put a thing up of like whoever was playing on the wing for I think it was like Churchy or something like that. It was like him like fucking owning him, getting the ball, and he just put "feed me your wingers" or something like that. I was just like,
so he's just showing character.
Yeah, he's like got a bit about him. He's like, so like, I quite like him. I think he's good. And then obviously Burnley beat Sunderland.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise because, I mean, Sunderland have obviously invested lots of money in the team that's come up.
Yeah.
But the gap last year, Burnley, Sunderland was massive in that division.
Yeah.
You just wonder how
I think it was Burnley played well. The goals were like, could have been avoided.
100%, and Sunderland could have scored.
And Sunderland could have, they wasted chances. So I think it was a bit...
So it was a tight game, do you think?
It could
have been a draw.
Yeah, a draw would have been a fair result, I think.
Yeah.
Burnley were just a bit more clinical.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I don't think it was any problems for Sunderland. I think they'll turn that around when they play at home in their next game and stuff. Yeah. Brentford beating Villa.
Again, that goes back to what we said about Villa. Villa didn't look great, but again, on paper, with the problems Brentford have had with the players that they've lost.
Well, Atara scored.
That was another
40-odd million on. Like, so it's like that's a good. They've obviously replaced Mbeumo with him, which is good for them. Bournemouth Wolves 1-0. I think that's kind of
expected. Wolves are struggling.
Yeah, I don't. They've lost players and not really.
I mean, they played Man City and they got overcome on the day, and you think, oh well, it was Man City. They played really well, but even before the season started, we were worried about Wolves.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you saw Man City, Tottenham. It's not like Man City are unbelievable.
No, you're right.
I think Wolves had chances in that Man City game as well, though, didn't they? You know, and I think it'll be a tough one. I mean, they probably need 2 or 3 players in the before the window.
I mean, that's why they really can't afford to let Lawson go, because 5 days to go, 6 days to go on the transfer window. Well, they said the reason for
rejecting isn't like monetary; it's that there isn't enough time for them to find a suitable replacement. So they can't.
Yeah, you're right.
They'd probably be fucking signing themselves off for relegation if they sell him for 50 million. It's like, it's worth more than 50 million staying in the Prem, isn't it?
Yeah, well, without a doubt.
Arsenal Leeds, did you watch that? I watched that. I thought Arsenal looked Clinical.
I mean, did Leeds offer anything?
No. I'll tell you what it is with Leeds, I noticed, was they looked better. I don't know if this is a loyalty thing with Daniel Farke or whatever, but he started like Joel Pirro up front, who was their championship striker.
Right.
They've gone and bought this Nemecha guy for like 15, 16
Is that one
million.
who scored the penalty?
Who scored the penalty. He came on in that game, and then he came on in this game and looked better. They started like one of their championship players on the wing.
Yeah.
Then they bought this Okafor on, who they bought from Milan for 19 million. Looked loads better. It's like, now's the time, mate, to just fucking play the players that you've bought.
Obviously, we know Sean Longstaff because he played for Newcastle, but do you think he'd be disappointed he started on the bench?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for both games. Yeah.
Because you would have thought with his experience, because he's 27, he's got some quality experience.
Yeah.
You would have thought that he would have been a player that would have started because he's got something to offer.
Yeah.
So who's keeping him out the team? Or
Yeah, I think that, like I say, they're in a position now where it's like maybe they needed to get the fitness up or whatever, but it's like them players you've bought have to start because the managers come out and basically said our attacking options aren't good enough.
Let's hope they don't start on Saturday.
One more week of not starting them. Yeah, but yeah, Arsenal looked clinical. I think everybody said about Gyökeres being a flat track bully and he's going to score a boatload of goals against the not so good teams.
Right? Did he look good?
He still didn't look like amazing, but he got a through ball. Got the ball. Batter and Ram scored. Like I think, he looked good.
But they've lost Saka potentially.
Yeah.
And he said the captain's injured, and they lost him for a while last season, and they struggled without him, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think.
So it'll be interesting if the new players get starts.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they look good. They look clinical. I think, but it was Leeds.
But the other question is, how do people captain Timber?
Yeah, what the fuck
triple
is
cap? What's all that about?
Yeah.
And did he start the first game of the season for them as well?
No, Ben White did.
Yeah.
And then he started that game.
Right.
Yeah. Did any of you see the Everton Brighton game? 2-0 Everton.
No.
I did. I watched it like on and off. I had it on.
Grealish was apparently.
I did. Yeah, I watched
He
the
looked
new
great.
stadium as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good atmosphere. Stadium looks great. I'd quite like to go, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Look good. Grealish just. God, he could just like.
Well, was there not a stat that in 2 years at Man City he's had 2 assists? In 2 matches at Everton he's had 2 assists.
Yeah, and it was like. It was just. He just looked like. Fucking the shackles had been taken off him, and he was just like, express yourself. Yeah. Like, do what you.
That's the kind of player he is, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's a maverick, isn't he? Like,
I mean, at Villa, that's how he made his name.
Yep. And he got interviewed after the game, and he was actually. You could see he was like visibly upset when he was talking about Man City because he was like, I loved my time there and I did all this, and
he never got a chance to play the way he wanted to
be himself. Yeah, so I think it was. It's just nice to see him. Well, I mean, it's good for fucking England.
I was just going to say, have they named the squad yet, or
no?
I know Scotland named their squad yesterday.
Yeah, I saw Brazil did theirs as well. But yeah, I think he probably won't be in this one.
Yeah, a bit too soon.
Well, I think
he'll probably be in the next one. I think.
Next one, yeah. Cool.
That Dewsbury Hall looks good for Everton as well.
That's what I'm saying. If Dibling turns up okay, they've bought quite well.
Well, I think even
have they got? Is a better playing up front for them?
No, they got this Barry Tierno Barry or something from. He basically looks like a Beto 2.0. Right. But like they're the type of player where like they'll be unreal one week and a bit off. He's young and raw and enough. Yeah. But I think if you look at their like they had Grealish on one wing, that Ndiaye on the other wing.
And he looked good against Newcastle.
And,
he looked great.
And stuff. I think they're just like, they're building a pretty solid, solid
team.
team.
Moyes, to be fair to Moyes, he did the same at West Ham. Yeah. He did obviously last season at Everton. He rescued them.
So I think I think Everton will be
They're
fine.
not going to be in a relegation battle again, are they?
They'll probably just creep into that mid-table bit we were talking about. I think. Palace Forest 1-1. Did you see the
banner
they had?
I saw on the press. Yeah.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant. Did you see it? So they had a banner, the Palace fans, and they had Morgan Gibbs White crying, and then they had Marinakis with a gun to his head, really? And then they had a big speech bubble coming out of him, Morgan Gibbs White face saying Mr. Marinakis is not involved in drug trafficking and all this, like all this stuff. He's not corrupt and all this. It was like it was brilliant, and it was like It said like it's being investigated now or something. And it was like it only gets investigated if someone makes a complaint. That's obviously that Marinakis said. I think he's got like a big personality syndrome, hasn't he?
He complains about everything, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has to be centre of attention, and he's like. But yeah, 1-1. I only saw the highlights on Match of the Day.
I think Palace started really well.
Yeah, considering the situation.
Yeah, and the manager's obviously done a great job.
He's just a solid manager.
Because again,
really.
Forest had started well in the Premiership, but if you go back on last season's form, on paper, you're thinking, Forest could sneak this, particularly with Wood scoring 2 goals.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of players that had started really well. So good result.
If you were like Man United, why would you not take that fucking Glasner as manager? He's like proven to go in. He could get a team playing a system this is. I mean, we'll get to Man United there, the next 1-1 with Fulham, and it's like how they are not yet good enough to play this system after 28 games.
Well, you would have thought after
forcing them to play this system,
and particularly now he's had the summer to work with them. He's selected players that he wants in the team.
But he's gone and bought players that don't fit the system. Why buy Mbeumo?
Yeah, crazy.
If you're not going to play a right winger, and it's like,
I feel like it's almost to keep the fans happy, wasn't it?
We'll buy
I don't understand what your problem is. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's because it was like, did you see his thing? It was like he's had like fucking 8 points or that was something crazy. Like from 28 games, he's won like fucking six of them or something like that. No. It's like the win percentage was like lower than Potter's. It's like, for Manchester United.
Yeah, totally. Well,
after spending 200 odd million in the summer,
and that was a surprise result, 1-1, because again, you would have expected Man U with the players that they've got.
Yeah.
And the attacking formation that they have.
Yeah.
That they would have steamrolled.
I only caught the second half because we'd gone out and Fulham should have won that game.
Yeah.
I think they were saying it was on Match of the Day, or might have been on the thing last night before the Newcastle game. They were talking about Fulham made their subs and looked like they got better. They were going to win the game. Right. Man United made subs and just got worse.
You talk about managers coming in, but Fulham's manager, Fulham's team, they play consistently well, don't they?
Yeah, and I think it's like, if you look, and everyone gave Amorim leeway, and it was like, didn't have his players and all this, but so many other managers have come into teams and changed the system and got them playing with the same players that are there.
Yeah,
it's funny,
it's
like
Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Play a new system with players that haven't played that system before and get them playing well, and it's like he's now had a long time.
You look at managers who want to play certain systems and it doesn't work. Spurs last year. Yeah. I know they won the cup, but in the league they were dreadful.
Yeah.
Why do they not change to play to the players' strengths?
Definitely.
Is that not
it
what
was like
coaching's
a lot
about?
of people have like he's playing Bruno Fernandes deep. He's a fucking 10. He's an attacking midfielder. He's creative as shit. You give him the ball off the defender, he's going to get tackled or try a glory 80-yard pass and get intercepted.
But why put a square peg in a square hole, a round hole?
Yeah.
You say you would look at your team and you think, right, we're going to play to our strengths. We'll play Fernandes as a 10. We'll play Mbeumo as a right winger.
Ahmad was a brilliant
he had a great season at Sunderland.
And now they've gone here and said, you're right wing back, mate.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's just stunted how anything he's good at, he's not.
No, I think we should be looking at Man U players who've kind of went to Man U as a class player and then fallen off.
Yeah, good point.
Because the amount of players, like even Højlund, I'd give him a chance because anyone that goes there just seems to turn
How does
awful.
Kobbie Mainoo not get a game?
Well,
He's
honestly,
brilliant.
And you can't go from the season that he had when he played for England and Man United. He had an injury last year.
Yeah.
To not being even. They reckon that the manager doesn't fancy him.
Yeah. But it's like he could play as the 6, he could play as the 8, he could play as the 10. Like he can literally play anywhere. Like I saw a graphic of a Man United team, and it was like if they went to playing 4-2-3-1, like they've got enough centre backs to have 2 decent centre backs. They've got Luke Shaw left back. They've got that Dorgu left back. They've got Mazwari right back. There's a back 4. Then you could play Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro, whoever you want as your 2 people to protect that back 4. Yeah. Then you've got Fernandes in the 10.
Yeah, perfect.
And Buemo, where he's meant to fucking play on the right.
Yeah.
You could play Cunha, you could play Mount, you could play Ahmad, you could play any of them on the left, and then you could play Cunha or Sesko up front.
Yeah, and
you've got like an actual team that like where you'd look at every single player.
I'm so glad
like,
you're not the manager, Shane, because
you got like a whole team of people where it's like they play them where they're meant to play, and it's like he loves this three at the back, but it don't work.
Not working,
it's just not working, is it? Like, you know, it's. Did
Onana get on the bench or was he dropped again?
Not in the squad. They're going to buy this guy from Anderlecht, is it, or Antwerp, Lemons or something, the £17 million goalie, Belgian. So they're going to get a goalie. But like that Bayinder's shit as well, isn't it? Like I saw a lot of Man United fans saying they should have fucking started Tom Heaton. He's like the best of the three goalies.
He was
on the bench again.
God,
yeah,
incredible, that, isn't it?
You know, it's
it seems like a decade ago he was playing for Burnley.
But Fulham looked good. I quite like Fulham. They got some just like they got some players that you just like a Wobie. I quite like him, and then Smith Rowe came on. He scored, and you know, I just think they'll like we said they'll be all right. And then the Liverpool Newcastle game. We covered it a little bit.
That we didn't win. I mean, to be fair, you know, Newcastle performed brilliantly with just that last 10 minutes of the first half. We seemed to either run out of pace or run out of, you know.
And then we started slow the first.
And we slowed down a bit, and then Liverpool just they passed the ball really well. I felt as if Nick Pope could have possibly done a bit better with some of the goals.
Yeah.
But no, I think on the whole it was a surprising performance, as in we were brilliant.
Yeah, for 10 men, we battered them.
Yeah, and you know, the way Liverpool celebrated at the end, you think they'd won the cup, not just 3 points at St James's Park.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it?
Well, we were saying as well about Slot saying it wasn't a game of football.
Well, you said, I mean, because we didn't play the way they wanted us to play.
Well, I just saw a thing here on Twitter and it says, am I missing something regarding Slot's "you say a football game" comments? Newcastle completed 12 of 51 long balls, while Liverpool did 15 of 49.
Yeah.
So we did 2 more long balls with 10 men.
Yeah. We were phenomenal. It's just given me great hope for the season. I mean,
both games really.
Yeah, both games.
You know, to only have 1 point, we're like, oh god, like it's not great. Yeah. But fuck me, we've played well in both games.
Just need a striker.
And like you say, Teke scored 2 goals. He didn't look great. Wirtz, 120 million quid for Liverpool. Jury's out on him again. I mean, Bruno badgered him.
He was my flop of the season on our predictions.
Was he? Put it in Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bruno had a cracking game last night. I mean, he ran the midfield.
Is what every Newcastle fan wants in a player, isn't he? Especially in a captain as well.
And I thought Liverpool looked a bit ropey at the back. They don't look as if they've got any pace.
No.
You know?
Just so clean.
That Canai looks fucking awful, doesn't he? He's been rubbish.
Yeah.
Don't know if he's clocked out because he's in the last year of his contract and he's ready to Canai. He's ready to go round Madrid.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, he looked
rubbish. But even the kid that got from Bournemouth, he looked out of sorts last night.
Well, the best defender they had last night was Szoboszlai at right back.
Yeah, and
but all he did was what. When you get put right back, you're not a right back. Just fucking go through the guy every time he gets the ball. Like, let him know you're there. Like.
And people talked about Newcastle's man management, how we should have sat back. I was listening to Talk Sport when I came home. You know, Jamie O'Hara. You know, and I mean, you don't like Newcastle, mate. Just move on.
Yeah.
But the reality was, we wanted. We thought we could have won the game last night. So why not go for it?
It was I think when we got the second goal, and then I think Chris Sutton was on co-coms, and he was like, Dan Burns just decided he's staying up front.
I mean, Dan Burn had a first half. Nothing came past him.
Yeah.
And he caused so much chaos in the box for them. They couldn't handle him at all.
No.
And for someone who's 33 years of age performing like that, I think it's brilliant.
Oh, he's been unbelievable.
He's been fantastic.
He was amazing again last
night.
And
that's what I'm saying. Looking at Newcastle, if Liverpool are champions elect again this year, which a lot of people have fancied them, then...
Based on that performance,
in the Bournemouth, we'll be up there challenging.
Oh, if Isak was playing.
If we had a centre forward, Josh.
If we had a centre forward. It reminded me a bit of that. Do you know the AC Milan game at St James's?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I had proper flashbacks.
Yes, yes. Because we dominated that game, didn't we?
Oh, and it was like, when we were up, we were like, we're going to go through the Champions League. Then it was like, Europa League. And we kept pushing. We wanted the Champions League.
Spot on.
Lost
it.
It was.
I feel like we didn't learn a lesson almost from that, because like their last goal we got caught out. We had no.
It was a great goal though, wasn't it? It was a great goal.
I mean, it was a good goal.
Yeah, that last goal was brilliant.
But we should have had more people back.
Yeah, should have. Yeah.
I think the problem was everyone was saying, Elanga didn't get back. He ran his heart out for 90 minutes.
It's a great finish from that young lad as well. Let's take it first time, wasn't he? Did you see Slot's interview? He said when they were in the change room, all the players were saying, "I'd have took a touch," or the senior players were saying like. I'd have took a touch, and he just fucking took it first time.
Yeah, no, I mean,
he also put at the side Pope was.
Yeah.
When you saw the angle, Pope was like.
Yeah.
Like
Pope couldn't
30%
have got
over that
Pope,
side.
I mean, like you say, it was a great first touch. It was a fantastic goal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I felt sorry for Tino because he had such a good game, but he got sucked into the middle because there was nobody covering the guy. I think was it the Italian guy that did the dummy?
Chiesa. Yeah. No, it was Szoboszlai who dummied it. Yeah, but Asula's finish was good as well. Wasn't it? It was a nice,
I thought
nice
the two goals were worked. I mean, Bruno's header was good. He got himself in there. Asula's was good centre forwards goal.
Yeah, like we say, it's super positive considering you got 1 point and you sat 15th in the table or whatever. It's like
a big game for us on Saturday against Leeds.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, if you look at this, like if you say Villa and Liverpool, they're hard games. Villa are away as well.
I was going to say that. Well, were they 7th last season for
the
Champions League? No, we've had a hard start to the season and we'll look good.
We do.
We'll look solid. We've got our team.
I mean, I guess the worry is the injuries.
Yeah, last night.
But again, aside from the striker, so let's just say Isak came in. So we've lost Gordon and Isak comes in. You've lost Joelinton and Tonali, and you've got Miley and Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey looked great last night.
So it's like it is better than it has been.
Yeah.
It's better,
you've lost Shah, you've got Botman or the new Milan guy to come in. And then
he looked good last night as well.
So you've got like all of a sudden
and I think
it's better.
Yeah,
it's better.
definitely.
I think,
and we've got the best left back and the best right back in the country as far as I'm concerned. Now Lewis Hall's back.
Yeah.
And we've got cover.
I mean,
there
Livramento.
as well.
Just watch him last night.
He was brilliant. Yes.
He just runs across the pitch with the ball, and he's got like 3 people trying to tackle him, and he's just like.
And again, I know Mo Salah got that. I think he got an assist last night, but he didn't get a real sniff at all in that first half. Tino marked him out the game. He had him in his pocket, big style.
So, based again, the predictions we had. So we all had Chelsea to win, but none of us the right score 5-0, 5-1. None of us had Spurs to win.
Never.
No.
I think Jeff, you had Burnley 2-1, so you got 1 point. Jeff had Burnley 2-0. Josh had Burnley 2-0, so he got bang on again. I had 1-1, so I got nothing. None of us had Brentford to beat Villa, so no points on that. Jeff, you had 1-0 Bournemouth Wolves, so you got that bang on. Me and Josh both had a draw, so we got nothing. We all had Arsenal to win, but none of us with the right score. I had Everton to win. You guys had draws, so I got a point on that. I had Palace Forest 1-1, so I got bang on with that. You guys both... Josh had Forest to win and you had Palace to win, so no points for either of you. Me and Jeff both got 1-1 Man United Fulham, so we both got 3 points for that. You had 2-1 Man United, and then none of us got the Newcastle Liverpool result right. So for that week, me and Jeff both got 9 and Josh got 5.
You're crap shot.
So that puts the total points. Jeff, you're at 15, Josh 14, and I'm at 17.
Ooh.
So it's pretty close
tight,
after that. So
that's good.
So now we've got the predictions for week 3.
I'll have to get more.
So I haven't. Let me put I'm just going to put these straight in the spreadsheet. It'll be easier. So yeah, we've got the first game is Chelsea Fulham. So Jeff, what you thinking? Chelsea Fulham.
Week 3. Sorry.
Chelsea is still
I've gone Chelsea 2, Fulham 1.
I still feel like Chelsea are a goalie away from winning the league, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like Sanchez hasn't done anything wrong, but he's going to.
He's going to, yeah.
This
You're just waiting for that.
Why do they not buy Donnarumma?
Yeah.
I know. I've probably spent all the money. They've got to have spent all the money.
They're just selling another. They're selling a boys team or something.
They just fucking sold a guy to Dortmund for fucking 30-odd million.
Did they sign
who they
someone?
Got on a free?
Did they sign someone, but their owners have signed them, not the team?
Blue Corp, the fucking holding.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that a bit like the Tevez thing when he went to West Ham?
You know, Enciso, who was at Brighton, went on loan to Ipswich last season.
Yeah.
Julio Enciso.
Yeah.
Blue Corp Limited, who is the company that owns Chelsea and owns Strasbourg, have bought him. He's gone to Strasbourg this season.
Yeah.
He's going to Chelsea next season.
Well, how's that allowed?
Fuck knows.
Honestly, that is just
It's
wrong.
like, mental. So, Jeff, you've gone 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Josh?
3-1 Chelsea.
I've gone 2-1 Chelsea as well. Man United Burnley.
I've gone 3-0 Man U.
Cool. Oh, by the way, did you see how poor Sesko was when he came on?
Oh, no.
Oh, he was bad, yeah.
Brilliant.
Couldn't pass for shit. He was all over the shop.
I'm going 2-1 Man U.
I'm going to go 2-0 Man U, I think. Burnley away from home, I just think they struggle. Sunderland, Brentford.
I've gone Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Oi.
I'm taking the season seriously.
I'm going 1-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Sunderland as well, I think. Tottenham, Bournemouth.
I've gone 1-0 Spurs.
I'll go 2-0 Spurs.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. Wolves, Everton.
I've gone 1-1.
I'll go 3-1 Everton.
I'm going to stick with my 2-1s and go 2-1 Everton. Leeds, Newcastle.
I've gone 1-2 to the Toon.
I'm going to go 4-1 Newcastle.
My friend Miles won't be happy with this.
You're hoping Isaac's back. I think we'll win 1-0.
I'd love it. I'd love it. That's where Keegan did his old...
Brighton, Man City.
I've gone Brighton 1, Man City 2.
I'm going 2-2.
I think it will be 2-0 to Brighton because to Man City because they'll buy Donnarumma before the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
and he'll play.
Yeah.
Hopefully they buy him anyway. Forest, West Ham.
I've gone 3-0 Forest.
I think I'll go 3-0 Forest as well.
I think it will be 2-0 Forest. And then Liverpool, Arsenal.
I've gone 1-2 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. Villa, Palace.
I've gone 1-1.
I think that's got draw written all over it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-2.
Going to go 1-1. Cool. So we'll see where we're at next time after that. There's no need to do week 4 predictions because it's international week. So by the time we get back, there'll be the next time we film the podcast. It'll be the lead up.
It's too early, isn't it?
It's too many of them.
We're just getting into the season, and we've got a break for a week.
Yeah.
Or 10 days, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a shame. So yeah, then I was just gonna. Obviously, we've had a bit of a chat about the fantasy football league. So
Timber's wrecked this fantasy football league. And I was just looking, the guy who's let's have a look.
So we've got like 2,000 people in the league, which is crazy.
How many in total, though? Is it? Can you see on your list or not?
No, I looked down. It was like
it's over 2,000.
It is, yeah, it's over 2,000.
But the guy who's top. Well, let's get the names.
He got 100 points this week.
Yeah, but he tripled. No, he didn't. Did he? Let's have a look. 100 points. Let's have a look.
Yeah, no, it's not him. The guy who's top is he captained.
Yeah, here we go. The guy who's top.
Who did he?
Is on 100 points.
Oh, yeah, Joe Edwards.
Simple Winners FC,
right.
MBJ.
So he had Palmer as his triple captain, and he had João Pedro as his vice captain. So he got 45 points on João Pedro.
Wow. The guy who's second had Timber on the bench. He would be 21 points ahead if he'd played Timber instead of Mitchell.
No, he didn't because he got the points because he did bench boost.
Oh, hey, wow.
So he did bench boost and he got 34 points off the bench.
Loads of people have bench boosted in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Gone too early.
Yeah, I saved mine.
Oh, no. Well, I'll nearly give away a secret. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm keeping it up my sleeve.
What are you thinking next week?
So where are you guys in the league?
Fucking miles away. I'm 1,400th at the minute on 101 points. Oh, yeah, how many points you got? What's Spasmoid United?
I've got... Where's my total points?
If you go on the league...
Yeah, and go like a different league.
You're in a smaller league?
No.
Just in one league?
Yeah.
Oh, Shane.
Well, I got 80-something points the first week, and I only got 21 this week.
Oh, wow. You didn't make any transfers, or did you? Did you have some didn't change your team? Josh is leading. Josh is on 108 points, and I'm on 101, and you must be on less than that. You can't be far behind me, Shane.
No.
Because I'm 1,497th on 101 points. And what are you? 1,500?
Yeah. So I'll be on like
so you'll be like
100
you'll be on 100 points or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
But who did it put in for me?
I want to give a shout out to
why did it do that? I had Palmer.
Yeah.
And it took Palmer out and put Murillo in.
Because Murillo would have been you know how you have your goalkeeper? You know your subs?
Yeah.
It basically picks your first substitute. So when it automatically puts a player in on the bench,
yeah.
you know on the bottom it's got your goalkeeper and your 3 subs. Whoever's your number 1 sub is your first replacement, as long as they fill into that position. So Palmer would have dropped out as a midfielder and they would have put a defender in.
Yeah, because I had Gabriel. He's the last one. He got 6 points.
Yeah, so I had...
I swear last season it just put in whoever got the most
points.
Whoever got the most points.
This season.
It definitely did, yeah.
But I want to give a shout out to Lee McNulty, who's in a little small league of ours, and he's 117th in the world. He's got 185 points. I've asked him to join our league now.
Don't.
No, it's too late now.
So, yeah, there's one more game week.
Yeah, it's
and
have you got Manager of the Month already?
Manager of the Month is... obviously, the dates, I think there's a game on the 1st.
So, but you'll do it...
But it will be after
this
game
week. So basically, this weekend...
This next game week is the last game week in the first
And what prizes you got? You got Manager of the Month.
£25 for Manager of the Month.
Yeah.
And then the rests for the end of the season. So yeah, obviously it won't be any of us.
One of us 3 won't be getting that one.
Yeah, I know.
But it'll be interesting because, like I say, it's wide open at the moment. I mean, top of the Who's Listening podcast league, there's 2 teams with 3 points difference. That's Anby J and... I'll let you pronounce that name. The Kaiser Chiefs is the name of his team. And they're 15 points ahead of everybody else.
But it's like that guy
It'd
had
be good to know who these guys support.
He had a 100-point week and I had a 21-point week because it was really bad.
Yeah.
If he had a 21-point week and I had a 100-point week, I'd be
you'd be
up there on the same.
Ipswich Wise and Watson Butts.
Yeah.
And they've used their chips. Chips could make a difference. So they've gone early there.
Yeah, true.
But it's come off for them, hasn't it?
Yeah. I always try and save them for like double game weeks and stuff like that. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get that.
Last year there wasn't many double game weeks.
Yeah, it depends.
Because last year, because of the way they played the FA Cup, the games were more or less over and done with, weren't they?
Yeah.
There was no replays.
Yeah.
And I think the year before and the years before that, where there's been replays, there's been more double game weeks.
It depends on teams getting far in Carabao
Cup,
yeah.
That's
Champions League and stuff like that in Europe.
Do you know when the chips renew?
Christmas. New Year.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't get all of them, do you?
I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, that was why. I wish you hadn't asked that, Josh, because I'll have to be honest now. But yeah, so basically this year you get double chips, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So historically, I think you would only get. So you can get. I think you can get double captain, double bench boost.
Yeah.
So where
Free
historically you would only get one of those.
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing the only thing you got doubles for was it wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this year I think you get double most things, if not all of them.
Right. Okay. Fair. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for today. Me and Jeff are off to Benidorm on Thursday, so we'll do a few blind ranking games while we're out there.
Are you going to do some vox pops? Is that what it's called when you're out there roaming around the pool?
Yeah.
Who do you support?
Fuck off.
Maybe into it. Well, I'll wear me merch.
Yeah.
See if any spots us.
See if anyone spots us.
Yeah.
You did get you had your postman, didn't you?
Yeah. I think it was Keith. Knocked on my door, gave us a letter. He says, "Hey, do you do that airport?" He gave us loads of abuse for Kevin Keegan.
Did he?
Being the manager. But, it was great last night. The messages last night were brilliant to St James's. They had the Eddie Howe
Tifo thing,
so I'm starting to warm towards Eddie Howe being our top manager ever now.
Yeah, I think
without a doubt. But yeah. I've had a few people actually mention it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Famous, mate.
Getting famous. I'll be getting my teeth in my hair in Turkey done next, man.
Cool. All right. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time before game week 4. We should have all the stuff done in the studio as well. We'll try to get a fan on for that as well.
Yeah, get a fan on.
It's difficult because I think a lot of the people who want to come on are Newcastle fans, and it's like...
No, we need to get... everyone. I mean, the people I speak to like the podcast because they like the format.
Yeah.
And we've just got to try and get, like you say, different teams. It'll be good from a fantasy football league to know who these guys support.
Yeah. Yeah, just be good. I think I'm going to put an advert out, like do an ad to the local area, like just with an image saying like we're looking for football fans to come on the podcast and do it.
It'd be good to get some of the lower league people in as well.
Yeah, even like Sunderland fans and
both of them can come on, no problem.
So yeah, if people do want to come on, and we will get some Newcastle fans on at some point.
Yeah,
but I think ideally we want to try and get some other football fans on, don't we? Just definitely. For a bit. Well,
the blind rankings are good when you got other people in there.
Stuff, yeah. So yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, again, any comments, feedback, things you want us to cover, leave them in. Make sure you put them on the messages.
Yeah, what do people like?
Yeah, what they like to hear about. What do they want to hear about?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, and we'll make sure to include them next time. Sweet.
Sweet.